Just wanted to hop on, see if anybody else was going to join me. Went out with the neighbors tonight. I got bug napped, and they swiped me. I hung out with them most of the evening. We went and got pizza at a place that I'd never actually been to before, so that was cool. We drove around. We looked at Christmas lights. Hey, Cam. Taco Tuesday. Hell yeah. That's why we had pizza. Yeah, we looked at some of the Christmas lights. I mean, one of the things about, good morning, Tony. One of the good things about living on Hoth is that people go all out with their holiday lights. And so I can go and check things out. I mean, there's a whole place it's just made up of Christmas lights that I could go to. Hey, Hef. Hey, Red. Hello, Red. See, Hef is starting it off. She's already spicy. Not only did she get her taco out right off the bat. Amazing. No one is beating you today. Very nice. Very nice. Yeah, boy, she's the whole package. Hi, Kimberly. Yeah, if I wanted to go to Bentleyville, I could. It's called Bentleyville. It's made up of lights. But it's also filled with people most of the time. And people are gross. They're rude and they smell bad a lot of the time. And this is from somebody who walks around at armpit level. So, the fact that I've been to porn conventions and Comic-Cons and can't tell you which one smelled worse from an audience, other con goers standby, that tells you all you really need to know. People are gross. Humans are a bad idea. Hey, Jen. Good to see you. So, yeah, we went out, we had pizza, and we drove around looking at Christmas lights, and we had the radio on in the car, and we sang songs, and, we stopped at Wally World, and we went to Arby's and got chocolate shakes, and I didn't have any Jamesons to put in them, which made me sad. Because, if you don't know, you put some Jamesons in an Arby's chocolate shake, it's freaking amazing. If you're one of those people who still indulges in alcoholic beverages, if you don't, no shame. But if you do and you haven't put Jamesons in an Arby's chocolate shake yet, you're missing out. It's delicious. But yeah, we had a good night. We had a good night. You hate that you don't get notified? Hey, you know what? Ms. Beaumont, we just went live like less than 4 minutes ago, so it's cool. It's cool. No worries. Yeah, Jen, too many people at once. No, thanks. Same. So, yeah, that was most of my evening, and then I came back here and finished the sweater. Finished it. Half got her tits out, and she got her taco out. Just saying. Finished the sweater. Finished weaving in the ends. Didn't want to go live until I finished that. So, got a couple more things watched on my watch later. What am I drinking on tonight? The last of the Vodak and bubble water. I'm not sponsored by anyone, but These guys, basically, I love them. I love the flavors. There's a cranberry one that I like, and I like the white grape, and I like the peach, and yeah, that's what I mix. So, but Vodak mixes with everything. So, cheers, y'all. Finished the sweater. Finished it all up. Thank you, Red, for wondering how it was going. It is done. It is complete. I've shown it to y'all before, but that's the cabling in the center of it, and that's on the front and the back. And then this is the pattern that's on the sleeve that goes down the center of the sleeve. So, yep, she's all done now. I woven in the ends, finished everything up. Difficulty is it's cropped, and it's shorter in the front than it is in the back. So, yeah, losing another 50 pounds and getting a double mastectomy ought to do it. Then it'll fit. But it's done. It's done. So that makes me really happy. It makes me happy to know that it's done. Jen just sent me something absolutely hilarious. You probably won't be able to read it. It said, if my kids had to hide a body, I'd be the first one they call. We were actually just, when we were in Wally World, we were behind a woman when we were, oh, nice. Is that diamond painting, Jen? Is that your current, just recently completed work? That's awesome. We had just gotten, Jen does diamond painting. Do you want me to show this, Jen? Let me know, because I will. We were behind a woman in the Wally World parking lot. Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you. I appreciate you. And she was wearing a hoodie that said, I'd stuff your body in a trunk and help people look for you. So stop playing with me, or something like that. And we were cracking up. It would have been maybe less funny if she wasn't walking down the center of the freaking aisle, the row that you're supposed to drive down in between the parking rows. Yeah, that was frustrating. All right, so this is Jen's diamond painting that she's been working on. It's amazing. It's so intricate. And I say this as a knitter, and I do everything stitch by stitch, and you do everything gem by gem. So that's pretty crazy. That's bonkers. Rock on with your bad self, Jen. Yeah, that looks great. But yeah, so that was, it's been a really relaxing evening, honestly. I mean, not so much for Mom. She's holed up in her sewing room, working on quilt number 2. She's almost done. Yeah, look at this, Jen. Look at all the wows, and people are like, damn. Yeah. That's little tiny piece by piece by piece by piece by piece by piece by piece. That's incredible. I haven't tried diamond painting, but I feel like it would be soothing for my undiagnosed OCD. Hi, Miss Sunrise Dewan. You might want to start at the beginning and go 2x, because we showed off some of Jen's work and I finished the sweater, so I showed that off too. Yeah, so Mom's finishing up the quilt, and I helped her with a little bit of laying things out, and I started getting really twitchy because things were wrinkling up and things were crooked, and I just couldn't even. And she's like, okay, you need to relax. And I'm like, yeah, can't, incapable, unable, can't do it. So that's challenging, but I still do want to learn how to quilt, because I figure it's one of those skills that will come in handy when the zombie apocalypse comes. So, I mean, I have various other life skills. I know how to can. I know how to grow my own food out of the ground. I can cook things from scratch that don't involve a box. Hey, Maya. I can make clothing from a couple of sticks and some string. There's a lot of things. I can and preserve food. There's a number of different things that I know how to do. I can sew, kind of. I used to sew a lot more, but I don't really sew much anymore. I'd like to get back to that. I have a number of skills that will be useful when the zombie apocalypse comes, but so far, any fine needlework, like embroidery, quilting, needlepoint, any of that shit, I don't know how to do that. So I kind of need to learn. And so she's going to start teaching me how to quilt, and that'll be cool. And I'm going to probably stab myself with tiny needles multiple times, and it's just the way it goes. But I mean, I can knit, so that's something, and I can sew. I've got, I think, a pretty decent eye for color, but I think the quilts that I make are not necessarily going to be traditional, like that thing, like that quilted wall hanging. Yeah, because that's not my jam. But it ought to be interesting to see what I decide to put together for a quilt. They are good life skills. They're very good life skills. And it's funny because when I actually I met Mel Brooks's kid, who, hey, Mr. Crow. Oh, you and your daughter had pizza too. Nice. I met Mel Brooks's kid, Max, who wrote World War Z and the Zombie Survival Guide. And I was knitting socks at the time. I guess some of my best knitting stories happen when I'm making socks. And I was standing online waiting in the book signing line. I'm just knitting away. And when I make socks, I make them on double pointed needles. So, like a regular knitting needle is going to be a long stick with a one pointy end and one end that has a thing, like a flange basically, to stop all the yarn from falling off the other end. Double pointed needles are exactly what they say. It's a needle and it has 2 points on it. And you're able to just go roundy, 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 roundy. You generally have, between 4 and 5 needles that you're working with, and you're making socks and you're just going in a big spiral. And he looked at me and he said, What are you doing? I said, well, it's a life skill. I'm making socks from some sticks and some string. And also, they're a close in weapon. They suck as a ranged weapon, but they're a close in weapon. If I have circular needles, they can be used as a garrote. Yes, it does. To non-knitters, it looks like we are wrestling an octopus, an angry metal octopus. That's exactly what it's like. That's exactly what it's like, Amanda Beaumont. Precisely. Um, I said if I have circular needles, they make a garrote. Plus, they can go up the nose or in the eye, straight into the frontal lobe. There's, I said if you clearly missed going to Michael's when you were researching your book, because close range weapons, Michael's has got it all, man. You need to look to your crafters. Because I've seen knitting needles that are like this big around. They're fucking crazy, and you can use them as like a stake to the heart for a vampire if you have the wooden ones. You can do all kinds of shit. And he's like, wow, that's amazing. I never even thought about that. And I'm like, no, here we are. So he actually signed my copy of the Zombie Apocalypse Survival Guide with Dear Cricket, keep on knitting. So that was pretty rad. But I did also have a date with a guy, a first date where no, this was a second date, actually. The second date, oh, you sent me a whip, a colorwork sweater done on 2.75 millimeter needles. Yeah, the ones that I just got done working with, the fuck were those? Those were 3.5 millimeter. So I hear you, Amanda Beaumont. Where'd you send it? Did you send it to my email? I'll take a look. Oh, yep. Sounds like it just got there. So we went on this second date. This was ages ago. We went on this second date, and he started telling me about how he's oh shit. Amanda, you're doing Fair Isle. That's Fair Isle. I'm afraid of Fair Isle. I haven't even attempted that shit yet, y'all. Wait, will it work better that way? No, it won't. Okay, so I'll do it this way. Look at what she's making. That's amazing. Holy shitballs, girl. You rock on with your bad self. I'm afraid of Fair Isle. I'm terrified of Fair Isle. So, I mean, mad props to you. Damn. I don't know where Peabot Brian is. I imagine he'll wander in when he has to drain the lizard. So, it's fine. Yeah, I'm sure it's taking forever. No shit. But damn is right. Seriously. Anyway, so bro tells me that he's a conspiracy theorist, and I'm like, okay, what you got? And he starts talking to me about Planet X and how Planet X is it easier than I think? They told me that about socks. I'm still afraid. I can't make something with diagonal stripes because it all comes out lumpy. So I'm not sure that it's easier than I think. Hey, love it. Hey, lovelies, just came in to say hi. Gonna pass out early tonight. Good for you. Get on that shit. Rest well. Sleep sweet. I'm glad that you popped in. Thank you so much for being here. Apparently Planet X is going to show up, and it's going to knock the Earth out of rotation for 24 hours. I can do lace patterns, but I'm not sure about this color work nonsense. I've done really basic intarsium, and that's about it. I'm terrified of Fair Isle. So it's going to knock the Earth out of rotation for 24 hours, and there'll be, massive tidal waves and all kinds of shit. And then after that, then I don't know, I guess it's deal with what happens once the Earth gets spinning again. But I'm talking to this guy and I'm like, okay, all right, I can get down with having a 2024 goal. I can put that on my goals list for sure. I'm just terrified. So I started talking to him about it. And I had all of my knitting shit with me, and we were sitting around just, talking, and I'm looking at this guy, and we had chatted before, and so I don't know whether or not the poles are going to shift. It's a whole Planet X thing that I don't know, honestly. But I pulled out some sticks and I pulled out some string and I started wrestling the octopus. As I'm asking him questions. I'm like, "Okay, so do you know how to cook?" He said, "Kinda." And I'm like, "Can you cook things that don't come in a box or a can?" No. No, I can't do that. Okay. Do you garden? Because he was, yay, Miss Sunrise Dawn's caught up. Hooray! Awesome. He was talking about how he and his brother had like a plan, an actual plan. They were gonna, as soon as it came about that this was happening, they were gonna scamper off to their dad's farm. They had both grown up on a farm. And they had like set aside some MREs, which nobody wants to eat, and some a couple of generators and some other stuff. And I'm like, okay, so do you garden? He said, no, the squirrels would get into it. And I'm like, you grew up on a farm and you don't grow your own food. Well, we didn't really do much of the work around the farm. That was always my folks. Okay. Can you build things like structures? Hammer and nails, screw gun, maybe? No. Can you sew? Can you even sew a button onto a shirt? No, not really. Okay. Can you shoot? And this guy used to be in one of the branches of the military. I don't even remember which one, honestly. He wasn't a Marine. I know that for sure. But he said, well, I did pretty well the last time I had to, Last time I had to qualify, I'm like, okay, how long ago was that? Well, it was like 12 years ago. I'm like, been to the range since? No, but I'm sure I'd be fine. Okay. Can you run? Well, yeah, a couple of times a week I jog from my place over to the highway exit, and there's McDonald's there. I'm like, and you stop, and that's your turning around point. So you stop and you get something. Yeah, usually like an egg McMuffin or something. And then you jog back. Yeah. Okay. So you can't shoot, you can't run, you can't cook, you can't build, you can't sew, you can't garden. You're going to live on MREs for the rest of your life? Well, no, I mean, we'll be at my dad's farm, and he can, and I'm like, really? Dad's going to be cool with that? With his grown ass sons showing up, being like, oh my God, daddy, save us from the big bad rogue planet. He's like, well, I don't understand why you're just shitting all over my theory. I'm like, oh, I'm not. I'm just testing your preparedness. And clearly you're not prepared. He said, what are you doing? And by that point, I had been wrestling with the octopus the entire time, with the metal octopus. And at that point, I had the toe and about this much of a sock made. I'm like, me? This is a life skill. I'm knitting socks. And he kind of blinked at me and he went, wait, what? And I'm like, yeah, this is going to be a sock. That's a toe. That's a place where your little feet go. We didn't have any more dates after that.
Who was that?
It was somebody I went on 2 dates with. And obviously wasn't worth it because he couldn't do a damn thing and was convinced that Planet X was going to come and knock us out of orbit or out of our spinning or whatever, and had virtually no life skills. So
What was he smoking?
I don't know, but he wasn't fucking sharing.
Well, I'm done. I have repaired and repaired.
Mom is done with the quilt, y'all. That's number 2. Quilt number 2. Yeah, I'm toe up from the flow up, Amanda. For sure. I find it easier. Cuff down. Good night, Mommy.
I can't do anything more.
No. Get some rest.
I can't see.
Yeah, no, her eyes are falling out. Her eyeballs are falling out. The internet is sending you loves.
Thank you. I send it back.
She says thank you, and she sends it back. Hey, saddling up. Good to see ya. Oh, everybody wants to see the quilt, Mom. Tomorrow? Okay, she's coming in.
I'm not happy with it, but I'd have to tear the whole thing apart.
Let's see. We want to see the quilt. Good night, Mommy. Night, Mama. Night, Mom. Everybody's so happy.
Hi. I'm tired.
She's exhausted.
Ta-da!
Ta-da!
There it is.
There's the quilt. And this is the back. I'll bring it up close so y'all can see what that looks like.
Yeah.
It's all done.
Well, kind of.
Mostly done.
I would like to do I'd like to do lots of hand quilting on it, but you got to do all of that before you bring the back around to the front. That's what I was running into trouble with, but I got 2 long seams done. 2 long quilting seams done. But I'm done. I can't see anymore.
No more. No more. Her eyeballs are falling out.
Yep, I'm done. Got it.
Oh, thank you. Oh, let's see. We got wow, 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 wow. Love it. That's gorgeous. With lots and lots of exclamation points.
I don't know.
Spectacular. That is amazing. I want one. Oh, wow. So pretty, beautiful. Everybody's telling you lovely things about your quilt.
Yeah, but I'm the one looking at it under the microscope.
Of course you are. And because you're looking at it under the microscope, oh, yeah, I see it.
Kind of a thing.
Because you're looking at it under a microscope, you're going to notice all the tiny flaws.
Yep.
Yep.
So I'm still not through.
No, but you're mostly done. You're mostly done.
Yeah, I am. Quilt's not, but I am.
All right. Well, we'll stick a fork in you.
Thank you.
Good night, Mommy.
Good night. You gonna vacuum tomorrow?
Yes, I will. Oops. Hope you don't mind, but I passed on what you said. Last night to Dana, she says, I'm a kind person and she can see why Doug trusted you. Aw, thank you. Thank you, Mr. Crow. I don't mind. I don't mind at all. Kim, you're listening and crocheting. Fantastic. Good night, Mrs. Cricket's mom. That always cracks her up, Kimberly. Every time. Cracks her up.
They could call me Sharon.
Oh, you could call her Sharon, because that's her name. But the Mrs. Cricket's mom thing is pretty funny. Or Sparky, or Old Bat. Or Little Shit. She is. She is. She's lost 2 inches in the last couple of years, and she didn't happen to lose. So she's only 4'10" now. Listening and crocheting. All right. Thank you very much, Kim. Good to see you. Mistakes are a badge of honor. Very nice. Yeah, and she always she leaves little things in there because nobody's perfect, and she wants to. Nobody's perfect. She wants to really spread that message. Steve-O's listening and crotching. Fantastic. Missed it last night. Good to see you here saddling up. Crotching. What does that even mean? I don't think I want to know, but I kind of do. Is that an Urban Dictionary? I don't know. Whatever. But can I get a Xenu Marlene, anyone? Because I think we kind of need it at this point. Mom's got 2 out of 3 quilts done. You did just miss Mrs. Cricket's mom. You did. You're going to have to rewind a little bit, Steve-O. She just showed us the second of 3 quilts that she's making before Christmas. She's hardcore, man. She's no joke. There we go. In comes Kimberly with the emojis. Thank you, because I was getting a little parched. God, my vape is charging. Can't Xeno yet. What, you're not double fisting it tonight? No, there's no wolves on this one. This is kind of the blue-green, quilt that has a big deer on it and an owl in the background. No wolves. Um Kimberly has Xenu on speed dial. We should all be so lucky. Got those 2 done, just have to finish crocheting the shorts. You're crocheting shorts for your uncle. I'm not really sure what to say about that. Actually. I have no idea what to say about crocheted shorts. It might have been an elk. It might have been just a very large deer with a great rack. You know how we're all about the good rack up in here. And they're in mermaid colors. You're crocheting shorts in mermaid colors. Artsy tartsy. Good to see you. Thank you. I won't. That's a good warning. I'm glad that you issued that. I appreciate that. But yeah, Steve-O, it's the one with the deer that's like the blue greeny kind of colors, and she's got some snowflakes on there, and then she has a kind of a perfect backing for it. I don't know, the whole thing is just really pretty. And I picked out the backing. So I'm quite pleased with myself. So she's got some minor fixes to do on that one, and then she can move on to the one for my niece, her granddaughter, and that'll be cool. That'll be cool. It's going to be completely different than the 2 boy quilts that she just did. But then all of the grandkids will have their own handmade quilt. So, well, we're happy to have you here, Artsy Tartsy. We're happy to have you here. We love you here with all of us too. So, yeah. Yeah. So that's the kind of day it's been. It's Taco Tuesday, so we had pizza because we're contrary like that. I finished my sweater. Mom finished the quilt. Now I have to. It was a deer, not a wolf. It looks great. Awesome. Thanks, Steve-O. Yeah. Yeah. It's so much work, but she's going to teach me how. So that'll be another life skill that I'll have, that I can show up the preppers. These are the colors for the crocheted shorts. Those are amazing. That's fantastic. Ooh, you made shrimp fettuccine? Nice. I want shrimp fettuccine. I want all the fettuccine. I think they will. I think they will cherish them. You had leftover ravioli, but it was good. Nice. Nice. Raviolis are tasty and delicious. You made a quilted Christmas pillow with ruffles in home ec in high school. Very nice. Very nice, Hef. You had pasta primavera. Okay. A lot of people had pizza tonight. Steve-O, what did you have for dinner? Did you have tacos? Oh, you were a busy lady tonight, Red, weren't you? 3 lives and your brain is tired. Well, now you can just kick back and relax, babe. Just chill out. It is Italian up in this biatch. Hell yeah. Not even gonna say it. But yeah. Yeah, it's been a busy day, but it's been a good day. Oh, it's a gag gift for your almost 60-year-old uncle who believes that mermaids are real. Aren't they? I mean, can't say they're not. I don't think we have definitive proof one way or the other. Does anyone want my almost 21-year-old boy child? No talk, Tony. I do not. I have an almost 21-year-old nephew. So, no. No. If I was allowed, if my baby brother was still speaking to me, I would take that kid out on his 21st. But I'm not allowed. So I'll find something appropriate to give him for his birthday. It'll be fine. Cheers, kiddo. That's all right, Tony. Steve-O had Mongolian barbecue for dinner. Ooh. That sounds good, too. It gives me the wind something fierce, but I love it. Absolutely delicious. Nunos and garlic and meats and some veggies and meats and nom nom. I really should go and take a shower and go out to finish my Christmas shopping. Instead, I'm just sitting here in my PJs. Well, I kind of can't blame you. Mongolian barbecue actually isn't as fancy as it would sound, but it's absolutely delicious. I have an almost 20-year-old son and miss him so much. He's at my horrible mom's house for Christmas. She disowned you 5 years ago. Oh, that stinks. That stinks. Jen's ready to trade your almost 21-year-old for a 14 and 10-year-old. Redheads, both girls with Scottish, Italian, Puerto Rican, Dutch heritage. Oh, my. That's a lot of baggage. That's a lot of heritage right there. Oh, good. Looks like you guys have a trade. Fantastic. Yep. You're absolutely correct, Steve-O. Mongolian barbecue is all about the sauces. Every flavor cooks into all the veggies and meats. So good. Yum, 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 yum. Yeah, last year was interesting because I lost my sister in March, and then my younger brother decided to disown me in, July, August, something like that. But thankfully, Mom has not disowned me, and, nor will she ever. I think I would have to do something really egregious for her to do that, like extremely egregious. Slaughtering strange infants in the middle of the living room, egregious. And that's simply not going to happen because I don't have the tolerance to deal with infants in any capacity. So, Um, yeah, no, it's grief is a strange thing. It's a strange thing and it affects everyone strange ways. And it just is what it is. And he's also got other people pouring poison in his ear. And so that is the way it is. But the way I look at it is achievement unlocked, because then there are certain people that I don't have to deal with during the holidays, which is really the only time I ever saw them. So it's fine. Yes. Yes. Good night, Mr. Crow. Sleep sweet. Hope the kiddo sleeps sweet as well. Have a good night. But yeah, they do. Mostly at her instigation, because it's very rare that he will get in touch with her. But she contacts him as often as is appropriate. I mean, she's not smothering. And she's found workarounds to, get all the things handled that he used to handle out here, since apparently he can't be bothered. So, between my ex and the neighbors, we get everything handled. So it's okay. It gets done. And I do admit that I giggled a whole lot when I found out one of the things that she was getting him for Christmas. So. But I haven't said anything about it. I mean, he's going to do what he's going to do, and he's also grown. He, my sister, and I were all 4 years apart, and I'm the middle child. So now I'm just, the middle child. So, we move along. We get on with our lives. We do our day to day. We're okay. I'm okay. If at any point he wants to discuss it, I've made it very clear that I am available. But I'm not going to him. He's made his decision. Yeah, for sure. For sure, Steve-O. We wait longingly until Tuesday when you tell us what he got for Christmas. Yeah, because I ain't going to say it. Just in case he's watching. Or somebody in his family is watching. Anything's possible. I haven't heard anything from the Neffs. Or from my older niece, who is away at college. Haven't heard anything from them that they found me on the internet, nor do I think that they would care, because I don't think I'm scintillating content for people of that age. But, Zena Marlene, if anybody wants it, she's off to the kitchen for a sec. All right, well, may as well hit it, since the opportunity is here. I don't think I'm going to be on hella long tonight. I am kind of tired, and I've got my book about sapient tapeworms to get back to. Well, book 2 in the trilogy, but you know what I mean. Hef's middle child is your most mouthy, but your most helpful also. Fair. Mom disowned me 2 years ago after I said I was done letting people in and out of my life, then tried to come crawling back, washed my hands of her, and haven't been happier. Nice. Well done. You've always wanted your nickname to be Come and Go. Just got your first one in the neighborhood recently. Nice. Well done. Do you know that there's one of these right by on the same exit as Uranus Fudge Factory? So you can actually come and go in Uranus. Not saying, just saying. Know what I'm saying? I bet you do. Thanks, Kimberly. Middle child's like Jam Brady. Yeah, Marsha. I've spawned 3 girls and one spawned 1 girl. Getting paid back just like my mother mourned me I would. Yeah. Well, I've never spawned at all. So, here I am. The spinster. The happy spinster. No spawning. No husbands. Just me. Makes it so much easier. And I'm not dissing anybody that has kids. I mean, some people gonna do that and gonna feel really fulfilled by it. Hell yeah. Rock on. Me? That was never my jam. Never ever. Even when I was a teensy child and I had dollies, they were never my babies. I never played with them like they were my offspring. I always played with them like they were my friends. So I think I was just destined to be this way. It's how I was programmed from the jump. Cannot imagine not talking to any of my family members. I'm so sorry that so many has to experience that. Well, if a relationship is toxic, it's for the best, though. Yeah, I agree. And a lot of times, chosen family is significantly healthier than the family into which you're born. So, yeah. It's challenging. Oh, Hev is a baby whisperer. Nice. I do pretty good with them, but they start making noises and then they start smelling badly. And I can't, between the noises and the various excretions, I just want to give it back from whence it came. Just take it. Kimberly had Barbie dolls, which she later corrected to Barbie dolls, not baby dolls. I wanted a Barbie when I was 4. I wound up getting a baby brother instead. Still bitter about it. And Mom wouldn't trade him in for a Springer Spaniel puppy, so I've never been told I spawned anyone, so yay me! Nice. Or I got away with something, in which case I apologize for being a complete ass and need to rethink my life. Well, you know what? If they haven't contacted you about it, what are you going to do, right? Can't fix what you don't know is broken. I sound just like your sister. Okay, that's fair. You're a grandma now to 4 and 1 on the way, all grandsons. Lord. Well, you're a stronger woman than I. I don't need to be a grandma. I can be that weirdo auntie. And I'm perfectly happy with being the weirdo auntie. I was the one that for years, whenever the kids, whenever the holidays would come around this time of year, we would ask for their list. And because they were kids, they would always put stupid bullshit on their Christmas lists. Like, one niece wanted chicken nuggets. The other one was obsessed with sugar snap peas. And one of my nephews would drink ketchup if we let him. So yeah, I was the one who got them that shit. I got a bag of frozen chicken nuggets for one of my nieces one year. I got her a whole bunch of mangoes one year because she was obsessed with mangoes. Big bags of sugar snap peas. I got that for my other niece, and she laughed so hard that she rolled off of the couch and onto the floor. And so I was quite pleased with myself for that one. Bottle of ketchup for the one nephew every year. Yeah, just, I was the one who would, but I would also get them like a $20 gift card to Aeropostale or Barnes and Noble or Old Navy or, whatever they were into at the time, and just kind of hide that in with everything else when I wrapped it all up. But those are the kinds of gifts that I would give them because, nobody else was going to get them microwave mac and cheese, and I would. So maybe that makes me the cool auntie, maybe that makes me bad influence auntie, but either way, it's what, if it's on the list, it's something that I want. It's something I would have wanted. Fuck. It's on the list. Get it. So, yeah, and I actually don't know whether or not my ex is going to be out of town, but if he is, then that means I get to hang out with the cat while he's away. The cat that we adopted together that likes to hang out in the utility sink. I showed you a photo of her last time. Get him a bag of the herb. Not until they've moved out, sweet pea. Not until they've moved out. Definitely a cool auntie. Thank you. Thank you, Tony. Thank you, Artsy Tartsy. Apparently Steve-O has a son whose name is Ben. That was from 1998, so he's like 25 now. Nice. Wow. Y'all got to work early. But yeah, and I might be able to hang out with the kitty cat. Like I have visitation. I can go over there whenever I want, really. But I tend to reserve it for when he's out of town and the cat needs actual somebody to check in on her a couple times a day and take care of her. So Thanksgiving, that was where I spent the day, was hanging out with her and watching the MST 3K Turkey Day Marathon. Just me and the kitty girl. And that was good. We got to hang out. We got to play with her fishing pole and she got treats in this, and yeah, it was good. It was a good day. So I imagine that's how, if he's going to be out of town, I imagine that's how I'm going to be spending. Oh, ow, hiccups. I hate hiccups. I imagine that's how I'm going to be spending Christmas Eve if he's out of town. And if he's not, then I'm going to be spending Christmas Eve here, hanging out and chilling. Chilling. Maybe I'll go downstairs and watch something on the big TV. Because I never do that. Jen tries to give practical and useful gifts, like for your nephews. They're just a bit younger than your oldest. You got them kick scooters with a weight limit of 220, so they'll have them for a long time. Nice. Nice. I get them goofy gifts. But gifts that they will enjoy. Foods, whatever, stuff like that. Plus gift cards to places that they dig. And for their sister, who is a little over a year, I got a 5-in-1 convertible sit-to-stand 3-wheel scooter. Damn. Nice. We're getting all Shakespearean up in this bitch. It's crazy. Don't make me go all Renaissance fair on y'all. If I lived closer, I would hang out with you. Thanks. Thanks, Tony. But I'm cool, I mean, I fucking hate the holidays. I hate them. I'm not a fan. I've worked retail long enough to hate the holidays. I can't stand holiday music because I had to listen to so much of it. Can't stand it. Can't stand it. And something always happens this time of year that is just bullshit. This year we lost Doug. That sucks. Last year we lost one of the other cats. The other cat that my ex and I adopted, we adopted 2 at the same time, and we lost the ginger. So it's only the void left. In 2006, December 21st, 2006, I lost everything in a house fire in LA. December 22nd, the very next year, Mom got into a terrible car accident and wound up with 3 compound fractures, among other things. I don't like this time of year. I'm not down with this time of year. I can't stand it. And being somebody that doesn't participate in organized religion, I don't even have that solace to turn to. So, I'm one of those people where the holidays are really difficult for me. And so I understand when the holidays are difficult for anybody else. Because, for me, I'm just not, it doesn't do much for me anymore. And the forced jollity and we're going to get you gifts because whatever fucking reason we feel obligated. Last time I did Christmas at my brother's place, his mother-in-law gave me a box of tissues for Christmas. tissues. Like a little square box of Kleenex. So, if I can spend that day instead Jay chilling with a cat and doing fuck all else and not having to play nicey nice with people that wouldn't cross the street to piss on me if I was on fire, I'm okay. I'm okay with it. I'd much rather have my holiday that way. Have it just be a super chill, laid back, hanging out with the cat, watching bullshit on TV, knitting kind of day, eating food, and not having to deal with other humans kind of day. It's fine with me. I don't get the, oh, but it's so tragic. You shouldn't be alone. What's gonna happen? Nothing's gonna happen except I'm gonna be fucking happy and I'm not gonna be stressed out having to deal with other humans. That's what's gonna happen. It's not a tragedy if I'm alone on a holiday. It wasn't tragic when I was by myself on Thanksgiving, hanging out with the cat. Again, it's not tragic. It's okay. I just don't place that much heft on calendars, on calendar days. I would much rather, when I spot a gift for somebody that I think is really gonna work for them, I just get it. And then I find an excuse to give it to them. Happy Wednesday. I found this thing. Oh, good night, Kim. Sleep sweet. By the way, Kim, I've comprised a whole shopping list of things that we need to bring out for Steve-O when we go. So I'm ready for the relief mission. But yeah, I'd rather just, if I'm going to get somebody a gift, I'd rather just, spot the thing, go, oh my God, I know exactly who that's perfect for, get it, and find an excuse to give it to them. Even if that excuse is, hey, I found a thing and you really needed it. It screamed your name at me and I was not allowed to either navigate away from that website or leave the shop without getting it for you. So here's the thing. Have a thing. Enjoy. That's how I would much rather express my appreciation for people rather than, being restricted to either Christmas or their birthday. Who can even be bothered to get Christmas shit out on time? I fucking can't. All right, Miss Sunrise Dawn. Do what you need to do, babe. I don't know how long I'm going to remain on. I realize that we've been on for an hour, but yeah. So that's it's kind of my take on the holidays. So I've got a couple of really gnarly anniversaries coming up in the next 2 days, tomorrow and the day after. And it's really one of those days where, yeah, like I said, basically for the holidays, I just want to hide under my bed and eat Xanax like cereal. And I'm not allowed to do that. But I want to do that starting about a week before Thanksgiving and ending like January 2nd. It's just how I am. I don't want to go holiday shopping. I don't want to go to the mall. I want to sit at home and play with strings and stick and not have to, I mean, the baking, I make a damn good sticky black gingerbread. I'm down with the baking. I just don't want to do any of the rest of that shit. Forced collegiality. And since I own my own business, there's no awkward company party that I have to go to. And I don't get invited to holiday parties. I can't imagine why. I'm such a ray of fucking sunshine. But, I can hang out with my neighbors and, we'll make hardtack and chill out and watch bullshit on the television and have a good night. What's next on the sticks? What's next on the sticks is this yarn. And I'm going to make something for Reese. But don't tell her. Shh. She said that she's kind of addicted to wraps of any kind. So I'm going to find a really cool wrap pattern, I think. Because I don't know her clothing sizes and I'm not going to ask for her, personal measurements and shit. So I think I'm just going to make her a really cool wrap. Jen found her tablet. You're going to switch over to that so you can lay down and take your meds. Right on. Good deal. But yeah, so that's what's next on the sticks is I'm going to try to find a really cool pattern for a wrap for reefs and make that. No, that's okay. I don't expect anybody to remember the shit that I babble about. So it's all right, Ms. Beaumont. Artsy tartsy. I would invite you to my party if I had one. That's okay, baby. Thank you. It's all right. Like I now that I own my own business, I don't have to have a company party because I'm the only one in my business. So, a company party for myself is, spa day. Generally a self-administered spa day, but, because I can't afford any other kind. But yeah, spa day. I hope so, Red. I hope so. It's not quite an emerald green, but when you're buying things online, it's really hard because colors are so different from monitor to monitor that I couldn't really tell, but I know she likes green. So I'm hoping that it's an okay green for her. This is a party, right? Yeah, this is a party. Are you kidding? We party every night. That's how we do up in this piece. We got to have reasons to celebrate, even if that reason is it's Tuesday. I believe very firmly in use the good china, even when there isn't a special occasion. You don't buy yarn online for that very reason. It was a really stinking good deal. Like, I got all of those skeins for like $3. It was stupid. So, but yeah, use the good china. Get dressed up every once in a while. Put eyeliner on for no reason. That means you too, Steve-O. There are some things that I like about Crustmas. I'm 100% behind that typo, by the way. But I don't like the way people stress over it. Yeah, for sure. It's Tuesday! Ooh, ooh. Partied up. He just made her a green necklace. We'll go with the wrap. Nice. Perfect. Yes. Eat dessert first. Fuck yeah. 100%. I agree with all of this. So, I mean, why not celebrate all the time? Why not celebrate every day? We're all going to have shit that brings us down. And it can be really, really easy to find a reason to bring yourself back up. And maybe lift somebody else up with you. So, we're all going through our shit. My sob story isn't any worse or better than anybody else's. The only difference is that it's mine and you've got yours. And we're all going through our stuff. But it doesn't mean we have to be miserable all the time. I don't think we should be miserable all the time. As much as I'm a bitter, angry little woman, I am also deeply silly. And I do my very, very best to let that silliness out to play at the slightest provocation. That's why I carry, and I'm not kidding you. This is my purse. Within my purse, one of the things I carry is an entire tackle box of different size googly eyes. Self-adhesive. So that I can add silly wherever I am. Also, these are my winter mittens. I need shit like that. I need the silly. I need the goofy. And I have a Miscavige in my bag. I have to do something about that. No, that's my purse, ma'am. That is not an overnight bag. You like pulling out the eyeliner, but only on weekends. You only pull out on the weekends? I mean, fair enough. Yeah, usually in the corner, in the fetal position. But yes, I do. Temu, y'all. Found them on Temu. Not gonna lie. They're amazing, and they are so soft inside. I love them. Your nephew's called you silly Aunt Amanda. Yeah, I think my nephews just call me that weirdo that is related to my dad. I think that's what they call me. I didn't think I could love you anymore until you pulled out the googly eyes. Yeah, a whole box of them, man. Gotta have them because, I mean, different sizes are important, right? You can't just slap the same size googly eyes on everything. Yeah, an overnight bag wouldn't have googly eyes because overnight bags need to be specifically packed. An overnight bag might have one of my packages of silly mustaches. But the googly eyes stay in my purse, so they're with me all the time. Yeah. Oh, somebody just sent me a thing. Jen just sent me a thing. Aw, Mona. You guys, look at that sleepy girl. Look at that sleeping Mona. We love Mona. If it's not going to disturb her too much, Jen, just boop that snoot for me. Love that girl. She's a good girl. Yeah, I don't think I've earned the title of silly yet, except maybe from the youngest niece. Lily might think I'm silly, but I think Lily also thinks that I'm pretty cool. So, as for the rest of them, I have no idea. Not a clue. And I wouldn't presume to even guess. So, oh, thank you. Thank you, Jen. She gave a kiss and booped that snoot. She probably did have a busy day. She's knocked out. She's a good girl, though. Very good girl. Shit, if I'm all by myself on Christmas and my ex isn't out of town, maybe I can get some hair bleach before then. And I can have my hair color refreshed and renewed for New Year's Eve. Another holiday for which I have no plans because it's fucking amateur night most of the time. If I do go out, it'll be to the gay bar. So I got people there. She did, but then we got home and she's been nothing but a land hippo since we walked through the door. That's perfect. Oh, I'm so happy. Good job, Mona. Good for you. And I do mean literally, cards were addressed to silly Aunt Amanda. It was cute. Yeah, I haven't gotten any cards from any of the nieces or nephews. Nothing beats a gay bar party. You're fucking right about that, especially for New Year's, man. Those bitches don't play. Zena Marlene, y'all. I'm almost done with my beverage. We've been going for almost an hour and a half. We did about an hour and a half last night. I think that's about it. I don't know. I'm just hoping that the weather decides to be nice to us, because the last time I went out for New Year's, oh, for heaven's sake. Hef, do you want me to actually show that? Because I will. At least your dog doesn't sleep on your head. Show that turd. Look at this. You see this ridiculousness? Hef got a dog on her head. Ridiculous. Absolute ridiculousness. The kids cooked supper tonight, so she literally got the night off and didn't have to task it all tonight. Lazy land hippo. Good for her. You still have your old member card from the gay 90s in Minneapolis. You literally have your gay card. Good for you, Steve-O. You're Member. Card. Member. Shut up, Beavis. That was adorable. It really was. Well, I hope that... No, the dog wasn't her pillow. The dog is her hat. The dog is her hat. It's crazy. Well, I know there's not 10 people talking, so if you're in here and you're lurking, hello, you're welcome. Please hit the like. Please subscribe. I said member. Yeah. Please like and subscribe. I'll be back here tomorrow, y'all. You know how I do. I apparently am kind of addicted to this now. So I hop on at the end of the day when everyone else is done with their frantic live streams, and I don't have any mods. So none of you is working when you're here. We're all just chilling. It was Steve-O's member. I was talking about Steve-O's member. Steve-O talked about his member on the internet. Deepy. I can't get too loud. I can't get too frenzied. My folks are sleeping in the room right beneath me, so yeah. But good night, everyone. Sleep sweet. We'll talk to you tomorrow. Have yourselves a good hump day. I'm going to try to have myself as good a day as I can. I gotta look for what kind of wrap I'm going to use for this pattern for our little racy pants. And yeah. Just keep knitting. Just keep knitting. And I hope that y'all have a good night, a restful sleep, and I'll see y'all tomorrow. Oh, she got it. She got him out again. First and last and always. Hef. Gangster rap. I hope you think so, Maya. I hope that it's true. I just gotta find a cool pattern. And I'm not doing anything with fucking fringe on it. So I gotta find something that's gonna be super cute that doesn't require fucking fringe. I don't do fringe. Anyway, I'll talk to y'all tomorrow. Have a great night. Have a good day. Oh, check my phone. I'll check my phone right now, Maya. A dick pattern. Oh my God. Swinging dicks. Swing that dick. Maya, do you want me to show this photo? I don't know. I haven't decided what gauge yet, Amanda. And I'm not doing a fucking gauge swatch either. I will show this photo. Your dog is ridiculous, Maya. And his little duck feet shoes are so cute. This is how Maya's dog likes to sleep, y'all. That dog is upside down and wearing shoes because he likes to lick at his feet. Look at that goofy creature. I love him. I love that dog. Thank you so much, Maya. I send you hearts. That's ridiculous. All right, that's the perfect note on which to end. So, yeah, I'll see what kind of a wrap I can find, and if I can put some subtle dicks in there, I think she would probably laugh her entire head off, and it would be hilarious. So, y'all have a good night. I'll talk to you tomorrow. If anybody knows of a good wrap or shawl pattern with penises incorporated into it, that's for knitting, not crocheting, hit me up. Y'all know how to reach me. Have a good night.